So first of all, it's, do women really struggle with apologising, in your opinion? And the second part is, do you find it easy to apologise? So let's tackle it in the two parts. So we start with, as men, do you feel like women have a problem with apologising?
Yep.
Can I get a yes on the back?
But then I'm not going to say that, and I don't speak my truth, because I do. But it's not. I don't have a problem with apologising like generally. But when it's something that, in my eyes, because I hold a certain standard of myself. So when I've like messed up, I'm like, oh, how did I get myself in that place? And that's my own expectation. So I don't like apologising like that. But for general things that are like, oh, I missed something, or I don't mind. But if we go back to women,
He has to like, let me get this out first.
yeah, because me, like, I don't have a problem with it, but I have a problem when there's not responsibility on both sides.
Do you think there's always responsibility to be had on both sides?
Yeah, because it's a two-way relationship, isn't it? So when you're with any relationship, it's two people, but there has to be a level of responsibility. And the hardest thing is if you're in a personal relationship and you both think you're right, then no one's ever going to think, what you doing?
I think right and wrong is the problem, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and that is what I wanted to get to about right. There's this thing in society about right and wrong. Because I was speaking about the other day with one of my guys, and he was like, if you're a criminal and you stab someone, but that person was coming out to kill you,
In society's eyes, you've done wrong.
You're the perpetrator. Society likes to create this perpetrator and victim thing, when actually, if you saw the perpetrator and the choices they had in front of them, are they the perpetrator still? But because there has to be cops and robbers and all that stuff, good and bad is the problem, rather than trying to understand how do we unpick this so we can get to the deeper root. It has to have two people taking responsibility, because then what can happen, and what sometimes I see is someone apologizes and the other person thinks, oh, that's my chance to have more power. So now you've apologized, I want to utilize this because you've never really apologized, or you don't normally do it. So it's like, and then you have a power dynamic, and then this person feels insignificant, and then all of a sudden they might switch one day and think, fuck that, I'm taking my power back. So it becomes a power battle rather than a genuine apology to try and come to an understanding. Because you apologize when you say, you know what, maybe I misinterpreted something, or I did something out of character, wasn't in the right space, whatever. That's when I would normally apologize, when I know my intention was, like, my intention is always pure, but it wasn't as pure as it normally is in terms of my standards. But I don't feel like a lot of women that I've seen have seen it the same way. They don't have the same sense of, like, they don't want to apologize because it must mean they are a bad person or something. What do you think, Keith?
On women apologising, I don't.
You don't like apologising, do you, T?
No. I'm trying to throw me under the bus.
Oh no, I do.
No. Do you know what? It's not that I don't like apologising. I don't actually mind apologising.
What?
I don't mind apologising. Like, listen, no, listen. This is the thing with me, yeah? There's a loophole with me, yeah? So, if now you made me feel awkward for saying, look, like, wrong, innit? But if I feel like I've done something that was out of place or undeserving, I have no problem with apologising, and I will come up and I'll say, look, you know what, I was wrong for that, whether it be something I said, something I did, or whatever.
Why did you laugh?
Because
Did you ever notice that?
Yeah, I laughed because of what I said.
Huh?
Didn't you hear what I said?
No, why did you just laugh?
Because I said something wrong in a sentence.
Can I
I used the wrong word.
do you find it easier to apologize to your kids than like another man or something? Or
No.
like
Find the same.
same? You sure?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's a dynamic where if you feel like you're the person in control,
Yeah.
is it easier to apologize in that sense, or is it harder?
No, I see the way I've got things set up with my children.
Yeah.
With my children, like
That is calculated, but
I'll probably apologise a lot.
women think, women deep things like like for instance, if you start speaking to a woman, generally a woman's thinking about, can I marry her? Can I, like, they will deep.
Sadistic, yeah.
Whereas we're just like, yo, have fun. What, do I like this thing in front of me or whatever? Do you know what I mean? That's what.
No, do you know what? I'll be honest, yeah. It's like, alright, let me touch on the children thing quickly. Me, I'm probably always apologising to my children. And for me, I find it imperative that I apologise to my children because with my lot, when they apologise to each other for a start, I've got a certain way that I like them to say sorry. And I know obviously even that sentence alone of me saying there's a certain way I like. The reason why I try to get them to apologise to each other, they've got this thing where they don't do it so much now that they're getting older, but when they apologise to each other, they will hug each other. And it's not just, oh, I'm sorry, hug. I want you to explain what you're sorry for, because I don't want you to say sorry just because I've said to you, go and apologise. Or I will say, what do you feel you need to do at this point? So it'll be like, oh, I need to go and say sorry. Okay, cool. Saying sorry is cool, but mean it. So it's a case of sorry for X, Y, Z. And then it might be why they even done it. Yeah. So for me, I can't be teaching them that, but not be doing it just because I'm their mum. In fact, I have to show them that I'm human too. I'm gonna make mistakes. We all learn and we all grow. So where I'm wrong, if they're right with something, I'll say certain things. There's been times where I've almost tried to be wrong and strong. No, that's the case. But it was like, Mum, you was wrong in it, and I'm like, like I might make her laugh and joke about it, but I will still apologise to her. When it comes to whether it be men or other people, this is the loophole now, yeah? I have this thing, if I've said something, especially if I've said it with chest, yeah?
Yeah, she saved it.
No, I'm telling you it's a loophole because it's not that I don't mind apologising, but my apologies, I don't know, some people will say it is, some people will say it isn't. I might apologise for how I've made a person feel, but not necessarily what I've said or done, because I may have meant what I've said or done, but I didn't mean for it to have the impact it had on them, the way that it did. So I might want them to understand something, and I'm frustrated and I've said something a certain way, but now when I've seen their reaction, I'm thinking, shit, that weren't supposed to happen. So I'm thinking, look, I'm not meant to...
But you weren't really sorry then?
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry for the way I've made them feel, because that part of me wasn't there. Like more time, I'd say it's probably because I wasn't thinking about how they would react. Yeah, because in my head, I don't have it played out like, oh, they're gonna take that on the chin and just think, oh, okay, cool. But it's like, for example, me saying I don't like something, yeah, and you do something and I flip out. If I go mad, I'm not apologising per se that I've kind of gone mad, because I've explained to you before I don't like something, so stop doing it. But if I've seen that reaction and I've like maybe scared you or made you feel some type of way, my thing is, look, I've not meant for it to go that far, that it kind of escalated further then, but I need you to understand that I have a limit. So if I don't like something, stop pushing my buttons, but I'm not meant to go completely overboard and react or maybe become physical, or do you understand what I'm saying? So some will see it as a half apology, but it's not. Because for me, I genuinely didn't mean to feel that.
So are you saying all this to say that basically women can't say sorry?
No, because I can't speak for other women. If I've done something and I know I'm wrong, I'll apologise. I'm saying that the loophole, because he tried to throw me under the bus on that one.
No, I did.
You didn't. You
Do you
didn't.
not feel the same?
What?
Do you feel women can't be sorry, or do you feel like they can?
Everyone can be sorry.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But I think
in your
it's pride.
experiences, what you've seen, do you feel like women genuinely apologise?
In my experiences, see, and I feel like the word genuinely or genuine is important. I don't require apologies, because if I can't, if genuine's not there, then it doesn't mean nothing. Like, you can usually sometimes feel when something's genuine. This is why even if a person does apologise, it doesn't matter.
Sorry, can I push you? That's the other thing as well. I think there's a big difference between... Shut up, bro.
Sorry.
No, because I interjected, so it can come across as rude.
She's not sorry though.
But I feel... But
see, I didn't even question that.
No. But I feel that what I'm
that
saying...
changes everything.
No. Bro,
No, I could.
I'm saying, listen, And it's mad because of what I'm about to say. But I feel like if I didn't say at this point, if I didn't interject at this point, it may go off and what I'm saying may get lost. Right? And plus you don't interject all the damn time, shut up. So, yeah.
you just
what I was about to say.
Excuse why you're not
No, I'm sorry to
Have you not noticed every time she says story, she talks for like 10 minutes? This is how you know girls ain't sorry, they're just chatting for no reason. Instead of just saying sorry and going about the business.
Do you know, I could have just said what I wanted to say.
Fairly, we need a female here on this kind of topic. Because
do you know what? I think you need to stop interjecting when I'm talking then. Because they do it all the time and that's why it takes longer for me to get my point out.
Okay, let's go.
So what I was about to say is there's a difference between... No, there's a difference between apologising and saying sorry sometimes. Because I think the term sorry can be used loosely. Yeah, or mildly, but you just saying sorry isn't always a full apology for something.
Yeah.
And like you said, your missus will apologise and change certain things, whereas you can just say sorry and just keep it moving without anything being carried through.
Yeah. I don't even care. I don't want to hear sorry. I want to see sorry. I want to feel like I want to see you do something or move different or show up for you. Mainly, it's a lot of sorries for me is nothing to do with me actually, because you can't hurt me. It's more about yourself, how you show up for yourself.
And a lot of people can't do the part after. A lot of people can't actually act in it or move in it genuinely, like, and because there's probably not enough space for them to show you, they just disappear. And it's like you never actually get to see if that sorry was like a genuine thing. But for me personally, to say sorry is so easy to the point where it's like, oh shit, am I taking a piss? Because I love to apologise now. It's like, okay, like I did that wrong. The easiest part is to apologise, because to rationalise and all that type of stuff to someone that may not even want it is like, all right, F that, it's long. So
sorry. But fucking man!
Oh no, he's taking this.
No, I'm like, it's you making me laugh. I've clocked it that I've said it. See, when I say sorry, generally, right, it's no. Do you know what I've done with this subject? What I was gonna say is thinking about this now. What Ant's just said. I used to be that person that would maybe apologise for things, but not necessarily be as effective with changing certain behaviours or rationalising it.
Everything you're saying.
No, but I can only speak for myself. Yeah, it's not that I wasn't sorry. And stop trying to stir the pot.
You just said to Anne, I used to be that person, that says sorry and didn't change.
I said apologise.
Apologise and didn't change. When Anne just made
okay, so what I'm gonna say is in a relationship where I've said sorry, where I've apologised, I've done it sometimes because I felt trapped.
You've done what?
Whether it be not necessarily that I've said sorry because, or I've apologised because I have meant it, but I felt trapped at the time. Like what I've done may be off of the back of something.
So you felt trapped. So you said sorry.
No. I felt trapped.
No. I won't lie. That sounded crazy.
No, it does, and I can hear.
Is it to get you out of the conversation? Like to just like so, for instance,
sometimes
to just say, okay, sorry, like I'm sorry.
It's more just like to get out of this place.
Yeah.
Well, that's real.
And then other times it's I feel sorry because I feel bad for what I've done. I can hear you anyway. I feel bad for what I've done, but I've also acted like a female, which is where I'm going with it. I've acted off of my emotion because of how you've made me feel with something. And really and truly, if I'm apologising and I feel like I've done wrong, regardless of what you do, I should just be changing it. But I've allowed how I feel based off what you've done to me to control that. So I've still done... Huh? We're not going to get into personal stuff.
No, I'm saying... No, but it's interesting that they're now getting the blame.
Well,
they did something to you, so you have to be...
This goes back to what I'm saying.
No, I'm coming back to saying now when I think about it like that, I could see why.
But the blame is still on them though. Because you said they did something to you, put me in the corner.
With women finding it hard, I can see now why I would say, or... Because as I say, I
put you
speak
in
for
the
myself,
corner,
but
not
the
you
whole
did.
thing of women struggling.
But I'm saying not you. This is my thing about responsibility.
Yeah, but
not
you're not
corner.
understanding what I'm saying. This is where I used to be.
Oh, okay.
I am not that now because I've grown and I've learned, and now I sit there and when I apologise for things, I go back and I analyse where I've gone wrong. Okay. So now